Hello there. So, how are you doing? How are things with you? Anything new? I know it's kind of nuts, mid-January. We're finally coming down off our sugar high and assessing the damage done to our credit cards and our livers. But it will get better, let me tell you. So, tonight, I just got home from work. I'm just drinking chocolate almond milk because I'm lactose intolerant. It's a very simple, had a very busy day at work today. That's 2 days in a row, so I'm a little rummy. But I got home and I saw I had some things to open. So I wanted to go through a couple books that I purchased off of Amazon. And one of them being this. Now, as you know, I have the other two Thomas Kinkades, or perhaps you don't know, but I am doing a page out of Seasons that you've seen the updates on that. And I'd seen folks that had gotten this one. I don't know what order they all go in. This says 2020, so must be maybe the oldest one. I don't know, but Disney Princess coloring book is on Amazon for $8.42. I thought that was pretty good. And since it seems to be a little bit thinner than the others. Let me see if I can grab the other one real quick. The one I'm working out of is Celebrations, not Seasons. They're the same size. This one was 2024, so this is the new one. And why is it wet? Oh, I just came home, and it was the one I took to work with me. So possibly, there's the page I'm working on. Feels like the paper's the same. This is all Celebrations and really fun. I think I got this one used. But this one's brand new off Amazon. Let's see. Yeah, the paper feels the same. Everything feels the same about the rounded corners, which, oh, I just love the rounded corners. So this was the third, and I think there's only 3, right? I'm enjoying them so much, and I'm having fun experimenting with mediums that I normally don't color with. So, and I am also enjoying doing the opposite page. So a lot of you have this one. It's the older one, and I don't mean doing this page. I mean making this look like this page, right? So I'm going to flip through this. This is my first time looking through it. And since I was going to look through it anyway, I'd rather look through it with you. Yeah, see, I love the idea of mimicking the colors and way this page looks. Because honestly, these are iconic figures, and I would love to make them look like they look in the movies. But I haven't seen some of these movies. And some of these movies like Mulan, well, that's a long time since I've seen Mulan. So I'd just rather, and plus isn't this gorgeous? The cherry blossoms and the Shinto shrines, and not Shinto, this is China, right? And I would just love Chinese pagodas. I would just love to do it just like this. I mean, why wouldn't you? Thomas Kinkade's colors are beautiful. Ooh, this sky will be fun. And now that I have oil pastels, maybe I'll try this all in oil pastels. At least the backgrounds. I don't yet know how to do fussy little things like this in oil pastels. Beauty and the Beast 2. Now, one thing I did notice in Celebrations, and I don't see it here, but in Celebrations, a lot of people were confused. They'd be like, it would say something like Maleficent, but it wouldn't be Maleficent in the page. That's because some of these pages were the other half of the picture. Let me see if I can find something like that to show you. I think there's one. Nope. It's like, okay, Lady and the Tramp falling in love, but there's no Lady and the Tramp here. That's because this is the other half of the Lady and the Tramp one. This is the other half of it. So these pictures are long, and they've cut them in half to color. And you'll see that with the Maleficent one. We saw, Maleficent was in that page. Well, there'll be a page coming up where it says Maleficent, but there's no Maleficent in it. It's just the other half of the original painting. So it's a little confusing at times. And plus the other half of the original painting often isn't as interesting. So here's the other half of the Aristocats, Love Under the Moon. The other half was them actually, you actually see the Aristocats. It's interesting how it's done like that. It's how they get double the amount of coloring pages out of the same amount of paintings. But you'll see that in these pages. So if it ever says like, you know, Beauty and the Beast, but there's no Beauty and the Beast in this entire page, that's because this is only half of the painting. So the other half, we'll probably see a Beauty and the Beast. This is Beauty and the Beast 2, so we'll probably see a Beauty and the Beast 2 that is the other half of this painting. Took me a bit to figure that out. Maybe you guys already did. Here's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Now see, this is only 3 dwarfs. So there's another page somewhere with Snow White and 4 more dwarfs, if my math is right. Tangled Up in Love. See, there's her hair. So she must be, she's on another page coming up. Aww. And this is probably the other half of... No, I think those are 2 different pages. Yeah. Yeah, because her father's in this one. Princess and the Frog, but there's no princess and no frog, so that's a half of a page. I keep saying page, half of a painting. Snow White discovers the cottage. Well, we've discovered the cottage, but we haven't discovered Snow White yet. Maybe Snow White still needs to discover herself. Sleeping Beauty, and it's just the fairies, and Maleficent way back in there. Wow. But I don't really care, because the pages are still beautiful, and it's okay if it's only half the painting and the boring half of the painting, because it's still, for me, this is an exercise in color. So I'm using this to like, look at this sky. How can I replicate the sky? And what's happening is I'm learning a lot about color theory and about how you'd be surprised what colors. This looks like, you know, yellows and maybe some browns. But you look up close and you see purples and a little bit of reddish stuff and blue. You see a lot of stuff. So in trying, and I'm using paint because that seems to, or paint or pencil seems like it would be the easiest. And I'm mixing to try to get those colors. And it's amazing what I've learned. You know, I'm going to learn a lot about reflections. So I'm using these as more of a tutorial book. But just by looking at it and then replicating it. And maybe that's a hard way to learn without any instructions. But I don't know. I'm a visual person. So it's working for me. Sleeping Beauty dancing in the enchanted light. Yeah, we don't see her yet, but we do see Maleficent as the dragon. Pocahontas. See, I can't wait to tackle that sky. Make that sky look like that. I see a lot of this done in ink tints on this page. Sleeping Beauty. She's there. There's her dress. But this is the other half of the painting. Beauty and the Beast. Here's the other half of the Little Mermaid. Aw, the dolphins. And see, this in itself is a lovely picture and will be fun to color. It's too bad they aren't closer together so you can put this together more. Jasmine dancing in the desert sunset. Yeah, there's no Jasmine. Cinderella dancing in the starlight. No Cinderella. There's Beauty and the Beast dancing. Snow White dancing in the sunlight. Oh, here's 4 dwarfs, but we still don't see Snow White. I think this is a different Snow White picture. It seems like they're using, well, maybe because this is an older one, but they're using the same 4 or 5 movies. Snow White, Mulan, Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella, and Sleeping Beauty. Have you seen, and Little Mermaid. Have you seen any others? Oh, Aladdin. Yeah, oh, what a pretty picture that is. And a dog. It's so fun, and also in reverse. I love seeing this line art, and somehow this becomes this. So it's interesting to see, and how to turn this into that. I find them really fun. I feel like I'm learning so much when I'm doing the page. Tangled, that's the other movie they're doing. And Princess and the Frog. I guess they're doing a lot of movies. Aladdin. The boring half of the painting. There's Snow White discovers the cottage. Here she is. And there's Tangled Up in Love, the one where her hair goes off the page. That's a great page. That'll be fun to make her hair look like that. Oh, Cinderella dancing in the starlight. So beautiful. It'll be fun to make her dress look sparkly. I love Cinderella. Beauty and the Beast dancing in the moonlight. We still don't see them dancing. I feel like this one was broken into a few pieces. Little Mermaid falling in love. Yeah, see, this is just water and a tail. But a really good opportunity to practice coloring the surface to the under the surface. That's a hard transition for colorists, especially me, to make. Look, here's the surface and then under the surface, which is, I really want to get down because it's my favorite type of picture. Here's Beauty and the Beast dancing in the moonlight, but we don't see them. We saw them earlier. Aw, Sleeping Beauty with her little animal friends. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Here's the other four dwarfs and Snow White, because this is the mine. The other page we saw was the mine with three dwarfs. Oh, Sneezy gonna sneeze. If I were a dwarf, I'd be sleepy. Oh my goodness. Go on and kiss the girl, the Little Mermaid. Pocahontas. This would be a fun one to color. I love the derpy moose. Beauty and the Beast Winter Enchantment. I think by the time I get doing the one with snow in the other book, I'm done with snow for the season. Done a lot of snow. Tangled. Yeah, I kind of don't see these as individual pictures. I see them more as a canvas to learn from, so I don't really care what the picture is. Cinderella wishes upon a dream when you wish. Look at them! The Little Mermaid too. Okay, another piece of the puzzle. So some of these I think are broken up into 3. Nice. 2020 Thomas Kinkade Studios. So I think that's all. Are there only 3? And then My Strange Relationship with Maria Trolle, whom I love, but then sometimes don't like. It's weird. There are some pages I'm like, yeah, I don't really like that. And then there are pages I'm like, God, that's so gorgeous. I think the problem is she does a lot of flowers. So I love Droomreis, Vivi Gets a Friend, that one that Suzanne sent me. I love that because it's a story. It's not just a lot of flowers. I have Moonfall, Moon something. I like that one too. And I've always liked this one looking at it. So this was $10 on Amazon one day on sale. And I was like, yeah, I'll pick that up. Because one thing I do love about these books is the paper. And they're quirky and they're fun. They've all got this little bean guy. Woo! And 2021 this one was. No, but in Sweden it was 2020. And I like this one because it's got more animals and her quirky people in it. Still has lots of flowers. She likes her flowers. But see, that's almost like Vivi and her little friend. Oh wait, I have Universum. I have that one. Oh, see, I would do these. Might do this. When the main subject's flowers, I tend to just turn the page, but that's why we have so many pages. This would be fun done as a double page, I think. You know, make them different somehow. But cohesive. Now see, this is cute. And it's like a little scene. I like the scenes. I love that one. So strange and weird. See, I like it when Maria gets weird. Ooh, I love this one. Oh, my book. Oh, oh. Oh, she's in the crack. There's a little girl there. And there's another girl there. This is wonderful. But a lot of flowers. Just so many flowers. And I know that's what Maria's about. I mean, she even identifies her flowers, which I like better because then I actually can go and find a reference, and then my joy will be in trying to see how realistic I can look. Otherwise, it's just another flower, another flower, another flower. They're you kind of color them all the same. I mean, not the same colors, but you use the same techniques. And for me, that gets boring. If I'm using the same technique over and over in a page, I like to use different techniques and sometimes different mediums. Now, this one is cool. It's kind of a mixture of leaves and trees and flowers. I kind of like that. And I like that cat peeking. Oh, I love this, though. That's brilliant. I love the whole composition of that. I love everything about that. And I love this one, too. Look at that froggy frog. Aww. That's one I'd like to do. Both of those I'd like to do. I'd do this one. Probably. I was kind of on a... Last year I was anti-peacock. I felt like I'd done enough the year before, and I was bored of them. But I'm kind of back into the peacocks again. I was stuck with making them realistic, and I got really tired of that combination of colors. But I think I would make them unrealistic. And so I can just play with all the colors. Yeah, and I like both of these pages. Again, I would do them both at the same time. I like that one. I like this one better, though. I like her with the bunny. Boop. Oh, I like it when she's this little tiny girl. And I love all of her night stuff. And I think her night is beautiful. And who doesn't love a dove? Parakeets. And ranunculus. Every flower that's shaped like this, I call a ranuncula, because it's the only flower I know shaped like that. Very limited flowers. That's like a tulip tree. Magnolia tree. That's really pretty. Yeah, no, I'd never do that. Oh, but I love this one. That's adorable. Her and her little kimono, too. That's adorable. Maybe, but yes. There's a person in there with funny little squirrels. And I do like to color sunflowers. I think they're pretty cool. See, I'll do anything with a black background. I'm a sucker for, I'm like, that's a lot of flowers. Oh, I love it because it's got a black background. And not because it means I don't have to color the background, although that's a nice benefit because it's less to color. But it's just very striking. You can use anything and it's going to look really cool. And I make a lot of backgrounds black on my own, and this just saves my black paint and my time. Oh, this is nice. Yeah. And this, I like these guys and their little, oh yeah, the jaguar underneath of it. Now this is cool. I've never seen her do jaguars. Maybe. This is nice. Probably not, but I like this one. That little monkey thing she's got. She looks like a little wild feral child. Ooh, that gives me an idea of stuff I can watch off YouTube. Feral child documentaries. Those are always so fascinating. Very cool. Love this one. Wow, I haven't seen any of her jungle pages. I like these jungle stuff. I like this one. That's an unusual flower. I like it when they're unusual. Ooh, I like that. Under the Sea, Little Mermaid. Oh my gosh, I might save that for Mermaid. That is adorable, as is this one. He's got little boats he's playing with, or else he's giant, and those are normal-sized boats he's playing with. That could be. Oh my gosh. Okay, I love this whole section. Again, I do these together. I don't see as how doing a double is any harder than doing a single, because the mediums I use, I often have to wait for drying time. So it just gives me, I just bounce from side to side. Now, if you're doing all dry mediums, then yeah, I could see where, but my God, if you're doing this all in pencil, good on you, because no, I want to base it with something. Okay, that's awesome. Again, though, she's in the crack of the book. Why is the best part in the crack of the book? Why can't some more flowers be in the crack of the book and put her out here? That's going to be hard to color. I love the whole bumblebee pulling her, though. It's adorbs. Oh, okay, she saves it. There's just so many pages of fairy homes and so many books. There's whole books dedicated to it. I'm kind of over it, but I love that there's this little character in there, and that makes it really fun. And these are unusual flowers. And this is awesome. Little tiny, tiny people fishing. Really awesome. Aw. Her little Burberry bag. Oh, it's cute. Kind of creepy. I don't know. I see these dunce caps and I just see a whole creepy clown thing going on. And then I can't help myself and I have to turn it into a scary thing. And I probably ruin it for a lot of people. But those dunce caps, I don't get them. He's writing on a leaf or a giant potato chip. I might have to make that into a giant potato chip. Okay, I like vegetables. That's different. And that is cool. I like it when they're little teeny tiny and the things are big. That'd be fun to make those tomatoes like really super realistic. Never, I'm not into wreaths at all. At all. That's flowers in a circle. Yikes. But I love this. Now this is cute because it's got all these vegetables on a bunny. Pears and plums and cherry. Oh, there's a lot of stuff in there. And a little squirrel. Both of these are great. Do you notice that Maria does a lot of fall type foods? When she has foods, fruits and vegetables, they always seem to be fall type stuff. This is really nice. Her pages, her compositions are so peaceful. They just invoke a sense of peace. Nothing's ever too jubilant or too sad or too scary. It's all just very stable and peaceful. And I think that's why I love it. Even if I don't color, although I am really enjoying coloring her. I've colored a few pages of her now and I really enjoy it. But even if I didn't, I would still want the book because I look at this and it calms me down. I had a very stressful moment today that has kept me kind of anxious all afternoon. And I've had to use all my tools, especially as a Buddhist nun. And now I'm calmer, but I really like opening this up and looking through this really helps. These are both fantastic. I mean, that is cool. And then this little girl with her horns and her snail pal, that is cool. And I always love it when she puts little creatures hiding. I like that one. Oh, I would make this nighttime. Oh, it is nighttime. There's a moon. And the flowers are seeping. Yeah, I like that. I like this one too. She's got a fox, baby fox on her head. And that's that wild girl. I love that little wild girl. Yeah, I think these are all fantastic. This here towards the end of the book. I like all of these. She's riding in a basket around the cat's neck. Oh, these are cute. Yeah, I like that one. This one, I like to look at it. I'd probably never do it. Cute. Oh, no, I'd never do that one either. Whoa. The only reason I would probably do this one is because it's a double page spread. I love double page spreads. I think they're magnificent. When they're done, it's like pow in your face. But I might take liberties with the colors of these flowers. Or I might go super realistic. Nah, I'm going to take liberties with it. What are these things? Olives? Maybe? These birds with the weird quirky necks, I really dig. I think they're cool. Oh, that's me. I sleep wherever I sit. Oh, I like both of these a lot. I wouldn't necessarily do these at the same time. These feel very different to me. Oh, and then she has all the plants. Okay. Does she do the animals? Yep, she does the animals too, which is wonderful. That makes it more interesting to me because then I can look them up. Aw. Oh my God. Okay, guys. That says test your pens here, but when I first glanced at it, I put an I in pens, and I was like, what? that doesn't even make sense if you do that. It's like, what? Oh my goodness. Okay. Anyway, so those were 2 new books that I bought off Amazon, which I have not been buying books off Amazon much these days. But when I find something that's this classic, these I'm just really enjoying, and this is so classic, and they're just, you know, they're under $10, then that's pretty dang darling good. So I thought I'd go through these with you and share them with you. So I won't be busting into this one anytime soon because I'm still working on the other one. But when I finish the other one, I might move to this one. And for here, I'm already doing a Maria Trolle in February, but I would look at it for March if anybody wants to do something out of Luna in March with me. Anyway, I love you lots, and thank you for looking through these books with me. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.